Hi everybody, it's Celine from I Am Handmade, trying to work the video again. I'm not sure if I'm being very successful. I'm going to show you some cupcake soaps today, so I'm just going to pour the base. Some bubbles in there. Tap them out. So these are black raspberry and vanilla. Smell amazing. Fill my jug again. Be back in a second. Mix it a bit more this time, so a few bubbles in the other one, because it's just straight from mixing stick blender. Okay, so I'm going to pour the bases first, and because this fragrance actually works so well, I'm going to have to leave it to thicken up a bit before I can put it in the icing bag. Sorry, I have to fill that thing again. Got a huge big bowl of it here. I hope you can see at this angle. I had a little bit of trouble getting the actually, I'm going to mix some of these. Let me think. I've got some white here, so I'm going to mix some white into these and make them a little bit lighter. You can see that's setting up quite a lot. Just for something different. I'm not even going to stir them in fully, because they're fully mixed, but just to get a nice sort of marbled look would be nice. Something different. Basically just don't want to use up too much of my pink for that I want for my icing on the bases. I should weigh this out, shouldn't I? Make sure I'm not wasting any. Again, not mixing too much. The last bit of it. I hate to waste anything. Yeah, I think it's around the edges properly. Okay, so we'll have 7 dark pink and 5 lighter pink, which is fine. So just keep an eye on my very pink mix. You see it here, how pink it is. It's actually a mix of pink and purple, so it's kind of it's a black raspberry vanilla fragrance. I don't know to be drinking it. So I think the colour is quite appropriate, but it absolutely needs to set up a lot more than this. Oh, let's get another. I'll get a spoon. Yeah, the white is still quite fluid as well. Thicker, but titanium dioxide mixes always are. So move this out of the way. Gloves on because I find Cupcake soap and gets very messy. And you see here I have my icing bag already in my tote bag. So I think we'll stop it there and come back and fill up the piping bag when it's a bit more set up. It's getting there, it's getting a bit thicker already. Trick is to not let it get too thick, but not too thin either. And you do have to work quite quickly when it gets to that point. So I'm going to turn you off and come back to it. And you can see me fill the bag and stuff like that. And I might be just turning it on and off as I go through because it's a bit hectic and I don't want to look like I'm a complete mess either. So, happy with these. I'm going to get the odd bubble in it. Can't quite bang them out like you do with the wooden moulds. But we'll come back to it. Okay, back in a mo. Hi everybody, just coming back to check on the soap if I move my jug over. So it's greatly thickened up. I'm still not 100%. Like the colour? Yeah. Teach is here. Hi, in the middle of studying. Get back to studying!
I've got the ice cream. Oh.
You're studying, not eating.
I am! I'm studying while eating.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Bye bye. Bye. This is why I don't have my sidekick with me. Anyway, I think it's probably nearly there. So what I'm going to do is put it in the bag anyway. And I have a little piece of greaseproof paper here. And I will put just a little bit on that, see how quickly it comes out. One thing I wanted to try, I had an idea about. Who knows, this may not work. Okay, so I have my bag with the piping nozzle here. I'll just put a little bit of tape over the end. There's some sticking, and just when, sometimes I've found that it sort of squeeze out a little bit on me. So try and avoid that really. Now I'm basically going to do a couple of spoons of pink. Just a little bit at the start. Some white. I know you're supposed to put it all on one side and all on the other, but to be quite honest, I'm not that good. So do it this way, and it'll look just as good, of course. think we soapers know that there's nothing, no such thing really as perfection. We try and attain it as much as we can, but it's not always possible. So I'm wearing my apron here, because I find even with gloves I tend to wipe everything with the apron. It's just a habit now, I think. That way it doesn't go near my clothes or anything. I just need a spatula for that. So I don't know, this could actually be okay to use. It's a little, don't ask me how I know, because to be honest I'm only starting this out too. But it's a bit of trial and error. Let me just get a spatula for that one, so I can get it all out. I'm back. Okay, hi everybody. Sorry, my memory stick ran out and I have the sum total of 54 seconds left, so I'm basically just doing this so you can see. I'm trying to get it as straight as possible, not always possible. Teacher's helping me, I've had to call in.
Mid eating an ice cream too.
Yep, she's been a piggy. Oh, I was blonde. Do this one again. Basically, if I have any left over, I'll just go over it again.
5 seconds.
So that's it. Sorry about that. Camera and me hate each other, obviously.